Hey y'all, welcome to Skyline Cam studio, and my name is CYBIL, and let's make things happen. So you may be wondering, why am I sitting here listening to this guy talk about some random stuff when I can watch something else on YouTube? Well, hold on, alright? Just hold on, give me some time. I'm gonna come to my point, in a few minutes right now. So let me tell you a little about myself. My name is CYBIL. I told you that in the beginning, I know, but I'm a college student by day and a content creator by night. So no, I don't need to be Bruce Wayne or Peter Parker to be a superhero. I just need to do is take my camera, go out into the world, click some bangers. I feel like a hero every time I do that. So let's roll the intro. Alright, so you are a filmmaker or a cinematographer or a film enthusiast, enthusiast, or is it enthusiast? Google, pronounce enthusiast.
That's pronounced enthusiast.
Okay, so you are a filmmaker or cinematographer or a movie enthusiast, and you watch a bunch of filmmaking videos on YouTube. What else? Skillshare, Udemy. Yeah, you watch it on a bunch of platforms, but what do you do with it? You just keep it in your mind, right? I'm sure most of you just see this thing, keep it in your mind, and then just go out in the world and then just say, oh, I know that because I saw this video recently and I know that this lighting does this, but have you ever tried it in reality? No. I'm sure that after a while your brain is gonna just take all that information, put it into your recycle bin. Yes, that's right. That's what happened to most people because they never tried this out in practical. Because here's the main reason that not many people do it. I don't have the budget. They have so expensive light. Even my lighting here looks so expensive. Why does it look so expensive? I cannot make it. Well, let me tell you guys that this is not an excuse for you to actually explore it in practical. And these lights you see here is not at all expensive. I'm just using a table lamp and a ring light, which is like under 500 rupees. Let me just hold on. Hey Google, how much is 500 rupees in American?
500 Indian rupees equals $6.85.
See, it's just $6.85. Sorry, $6.85. My bad. So you just need cheap stuff, but it all comes to the process of creation. How do you set up your lights? How do you make it worth? Like, how do you use the things you have and create something with it? So let me show you a sequel of a night scene that I made.
Just think about it right now. Everything's okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually all right. You're okay. You have more power than you might be giving yourself credit for. And if you have something that's going on in your life right now that's challenging or painful.
So now let me tell you what I did to make this scene possible, or how I achieved this scene with this lighting effect. So the first thing is you need to know that you have a limited option, or maybe you are someone who has unlimited options, but you can still create with that. You can make it even more better than mine. I'm probably sure about that because you have a lot of stuff with you. Now this is for people who have limited options or is under a limited budget. So I had only 3 lights with me. So these are gonna be my main sources of light. So my first one is a key light. So my key light is basically my moonlight that is actually gonna fill in the uh, that is gonna actually provide some depth of field or make my subject separate from a boring black window. So what I did for the moonlight was I just took this 10 rupees flimsy plastic, blue plastic. What I did was took this and then I put it right in front of my key light. Took this blue flimsy plastic and kept it and put it right on my table lamp, and then I hung it on my window curtain pole. Like I basically hung my key light on the curtain pole, and then I angled it in such a way that it would shoot the beam of light into into the place where my talent was placed, like into the window where my talent was sitting. So since I achieved the moonlight, the next thing was to come back inside or check out how my talent looks with all that, with the moonlight. So I really understood that yeah, it looks great, but he's in the shadows, like it's completely dark around him. I need to light him up. I need to add more lights. So here's where I just use one of my fairy lights, which I kind of made myself. It's a DIY fairy light thing I found on the internet a couple of months back. So I just turned that on, and now it actually filled him up. It brought a bit of him. I mean, I could see a bit of him. I could see his silhouette, his outline, and or I can just see his clothes, his dress, what he's wearing. But that was not enough. So I needed another light, which is actually gonna act as my motivational light. What is a motivational light, you ask? Well, motivational light is any light source that is kept offset and act as a natural source to your practical light. So practical lights are those lights that are actually visible on the set by your viewers. So a practical light is something that's on set. Motivational light helps achieve the look that a practical light does not give you, because they're not bright, or the source of light coming from a practical light could be something like a candle light, and you know that candle lights are not really bright, so we use something like this to achieve that warm look. So the next thing what I did was I used my fill light, and then I just angled it in the opposite direction of my talent, which was towards the wall, towards the ceiling, because my ceiling here is actually white, and I wanted the light from my fill light to actually bounce from the ceiling and then hit onto my subject. Scene came more into light. My subject had more depth and contrast on him. I mean, and I could also see a lot of details on him. But there was only one problem. That was his face. So since I used my fill light to illuminate my talent or subject, his face was visible, but it was not quite visible, and it was not very well lit. So to fill in those shadows, what I did was use a reflector. So what I had is this golden reflector. See how it's reflecting the light from my key light over here. So I just used that, and then I just angled it in such a way that it would fill in my onto my subject's face. So since I did that, my scene was completed, and now I achieved the kind of look I was going for. I was going for this warm, cozy room effect with a moonlight coming through the window. So let us turn off all these lights and see how it looks one by one, shall we? So, and now you can see how you can create a small cinematic scene using just a bunch of household items. That's all for now, and this is me signing off. Peace.